So what's it like being a black man in the city of Milwaukee?
I don't even know the words that can really explain it.
You are reminded of being oppressed everywhere you go.
It's a place where rejection occurs often. You know, it's a place where you're a threat. You know, regardless of where you have ascended to in society, you're a threat, you know, to many people in this community as a black man.
The fatal shooting of 23-year-old Seville Smith in mid-August thrust Milwaukee into a national spotlight, igniting a weekend of riots in the city's Sherman Park neighborhood. Milwaukee is one of the most racially segregated metro areas in the U.S. Minorities, including a 40% black population, are concentrated in the city, and whites in the surrounding suburbs. The state of Wisconsin also has the highest black incarceration rate in the country. 1 in every 8 black men is currently in state prison or jail. The latest shooting is forcing residents to confront what many say makes Milwaukee the worst place to be a black man in America.
This is the police. Leave the area.
Those folks aren't just there because Seville was killed. They're there because they feel has been the equivalent of somebody having their foot on your neck.
What the nation really saw is what happens when you inflict poverty on a group of people, when you control their access for food, when you control their health and everything, and you say we're going to keep you there. And so what you saw was the young people retaliating.
Wisconsin, if it's health, African American adult population is the most obese in America. Incarceration, we lead the nation. Unemployment, the disparity between the white student and the black student. You know, housing. It's a litany of issues that say that all of those things culminated to create that moment, that night.
So you see segregation, you see the little pocket areas all throughout the city of Milwaukee. You know what I mean? The little pockets of segregation, the little pockets of disparities.
There is almost an assault, if you will, on the dignity and humanity of black people, and particularly in black men throughout the city.
You know, a lot of times, like, there's this perspective that if you just straighten up, right, and you pull your pants up and you stay in school and you do well, that, you know, the trouble won't find you.
I can have a suit on and I can be dressed and go to the courthouse. I'm very nice, but if I go change my clothes and drive down a certain street, I'm gonna get pulled over by police.
It almost doesn't matter that you've followed the rules or internalized the playbook. You are seen as belonging to a subclass here in our city. The cameras come, the reporters come, and all of the attention is sort of shined on a community when a gas station burns, or the Jet Beauty Supply, or the auto parts store. But that community has been figuratively burning for a very long time, and that's really frustrating.
We have parts of our community, our neighborhoods, that have seen lack of investment. If you were to go down Burla, had you not been from this neighborhood, could you identify the buildings that actually were burned or looted? Those buildings on that corridor have been empty and boarded for decades.
It's making us move out of town. We're leaving families and we're going places thinking that there's some great white hope that's going to rescue us, when young black boys now think that by the age of 25 they're going to be in jail or dead.
What we're seeing in Milwaukee and what we're seeing in St. Louis and what we're seeing in Baltimore, you know what I'm saying, is an American problem. One city uprising, maybe. 2 cities, 3 cities, 4 cities, 5. All cities ain't lying.
Trouble doesn't stay still, you know, trouble spreads. And right now it's in Sherman Park, but who knows where it may be tomorrow.
It's not something that, people in Milwaukee created on our own. It ain't something people in St. Louis just created on their own.
Right now, although we do have the distinction of, being one of the worst places in America for black people to live, at one point in time we were the best. But we're a resilient community, and although we face our challenges, we're very hopeful that we'll be able to turn the corner and make a difference.
It is a struggle, but it's a beautiful struggle because people are gonna survive. We're survivors here in Milwaukee, and we make lemonade out of lemons, and so we're gonna keep doing that.